What's up, Nighthawks?
Today is Thursday, January 18th. I'm Claire.
And I'm Justin. On today's broadcast, we'll be learning more about grit, Martin Luther King Jr.,
And laughing at a few dad jokes.
Your broadcast starts now. Claire, do you know the definition of grit?
I know it has something to do with never giving up, but I don't know the full details.
Grit is the unyielding courage that someone uses when facing a challenge.
Oh, that's good to know. But what do you need to show grit?
I'm not sure. Let's take it to Drew to find out more.
I've heard a little about this thing called grit. I'm not sure what it is, so let's go learn a little bit more.
It's a way for a student to track their progress mentally versus what their actual scores are and see how they are positively affecting themselves.
The purpose of grit is for students to become more self-aware of moments of learning. I think it encourages them to work harder and also value the learning that they are gaining. For example, when they recognize a growth and they realize they've come a long way in their understanding of something in math, they're more likely to kind of persevere through it and appreciate the knowledge they've gained.
This benefits me because it's an easy way for me to see how I've changed this year and how I've grown versus when I was in 6th grade to now 7th grade.
I think when students become more self-aware, they feel empowered by the skills that they've gained when they're particularly innovative or thoughtful. I think that in the long term, those are attributes that employers care about, and some of those characteristics can be contagious with coworkers.
I like grit because you can show off to other students that you're learning and you can see how other people are changing instead of just comparing scores and answers.
All right, Nighthawks, that's what I got for this segment. Now that we know a little bit more about grit, I expect all of you to have some.
It's really good to see some amazing qualities in our Nighthawks.
Yes, grit plays a big role in our school.
Who else had a lot of grit?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that Martin Luther King Jr. was in prison 30 times?
No, I didn't. Did you know that he entered college at the age of 15?
No, that's pretty young.
Well, let's take it to Avery to learn some additional facts about the civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr.
Many people take Martin Luther King Jr. Day for granted, just an excuse to get out of school. Turn the clock back 20 years, and it was quite a big thing to be celebrated about. Let's see if Martin Luther King's actions are still remembered by our fellow Nighthawks.
Lance. Okay, that's what y'all is. Martin, are you serious? Lance. $13. $17. $32. $29. $1992. I'm gonna go with 1996. 1992. 1988. 1962. No, 1964. 64. 1979. 1998. Farmer. Minister. Yeah, minister. Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr. really played a big role in our world.
Yes, that's why we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day in honor of what he did.
Just thinking of what he did makes me smile.
Well, you know how Goldfish's slogan is the snack that smiles back?
Yeah?
But what if you're sad that day and it's only smiling at you?
Oh, I guess I get it.
Did you hear about the mathematician?
Just stop. Anyway, let's take it to Brighton to hear some funny jokes.
Everybody's heard a joke and seen a try not to laugh challenge before, right? Now let's see what happens when dads are involved.
You can go first.
All right. To the man in the wheelchair that stole my camouflage jacket. You can hide, but you can't run.
My wife asked me to sync her phone, so I threw it in the ocean. I don't know why she's mad at me.
I got hit in the head with a can of Diet Coke today. Don't worry, I'm not hurt. That's a soft drink.
Oh, did you hear that Arnold Schwarzenegger will be doing a movie about classical music? He'll be Bach.
Huh?
He said that in the movie.
I don't think they know that movie. My 10-month-old was sitting in her high chair, twisting and moving all over the place. My wife said to me, "Straighten her up." I looked at my daughter and said, "What are you doing with your life? Do you want to be this way forever? It's time to grow up." My wife hasn't asked me to do anything since.
I was addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around.
The problem with math puns is that calculus jokes are derivative, trigonometry jokes are too graphic, algebra jokes are usually formulaic, and then arithmetic jokes are pretty basic, but I guess the occasional statistics jokes is an outlier. I should have read that one before I read it.
Wow, Mr. Miller and Coach Houghton would just not laugh.
Yeah, they were really good. I would never be able to last.
Well, I think Coach E just needs to stick to science because that was probably one of the most confused faces I've seen in a while.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's it for today's show.
But tune in next week for the next show. Don't forget to follow NTV on Instagram to see a behind-the-scenes look of our shows.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Claire.
Pursuing new heights, we are Nighthawk Nation.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Sarjoculus here. I'm ready. If you are.
There you go. One.
Yeah.
Two. Oh, it broke.
It's okay. It's okay.
This will be okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Two.